Hey, what's going on? This is Discodoggy, and I am here to talk about my team, Proto Noob Model H. First of all, how did it get that name, Proto Noob Model H? What does the H stand for? Well, nothing really. I started off with Proto Noob Model F because I thought it was going to be a failure team. It was not. The Proto Avian Fledgling is actually quite good. Its move, Whirlwind Dance, is a really strong move. So back to what I was saying, every time I made a team, I went to the next letter. So that's all the H stands for. Its move Whirlwind Dance is great. Stun, 50% stun. You throw it down, it does a lot of damage, 433 damage, and then the Whirlwind stays down for 3 turns. I'm pretty sure it does not have a 50% chance every time, because that would put it at 87.5% overall over the 3 rounds. And it actually just, I haven't tallied anything, but just based on my own intuition, I don't think it hits 87% of the time you throw it down. So I'm thinking it's more of like a 50% overall, which, makes the math a little bit interesting, but I did it and it's somewhere around a 20% stun each time. So it also has Wind Buffet, which is a force swap. So I got a team with a pet with a stun and a force swap. The reason I chose the Proto Avian Whelpling is because the other pets, they don't really have that great move set. There's only 4 pets with Whirlwind Dance. There's Flash, Proto Avian Fledgling, Archetype of Motion, and the Scarlet Proto Avian. I do think the Scarlet Proto Avian has an interesting move set because it's got Black Claw and Whirlwind Dance. So if you're looking for a Black Claw pet, it might be interesting to try, as you can see from that little snapshot there. I do not have it yet. I've been pretty lazy about going out and getting new pets since I started pet battling again. I'll get it eventually. It could be interesting. But for now, I went with the Proto Avian Fledgling. It has Blazehound and the Bloodbrood Whelpling as its teammates. Blazehound also has a force swap, and it has a trap. So this team is really all about disruption. I'll talk about the strategy later, but it's got two pets with a force swap and 2 pets with stuns on it. Kind of an annoying team to face. The Bloodbrood Whelpling is only there for barrage, so that we can take down those pesky decoys when they pop up. I see a lot of decoys on my meta, a lot of MPDs, and then there's somebody who runs, I think it's the Timeless Dragon something or other, Timeless Dragonling. There's a word in there I'm forgetting. I just can't seem to remember the name of that. I just looked at it. But it's the one that has a decoy and the that end of turn nuke, and it can be pretty annoying if you can't take down a decoy. This is a little bit kind of lackluster, the creation section. This is usually the part where I really geek out, and I think most of us do on pet battles. And it's like, yeah, how can I create some cross synergy? And let me give this pet coverage, and let me find the perfect pet to slot in here. And this is a little lackluster when it comes to that kind of logic. It's just like, well, I got couple pets that are annoying to deal with, and I'm going to fill in at least one gap with a barrage move, and that's pretty much what went into my rationale when creating this team. As far as breeds go, there's only one breed of the Bloodbrood Whelpling, so you don't have to choose there. Blazehound has 3 breeds. I'm going to go with the fastest for if you have a force swap. Of course, you want to go with the fastest breed you can. And now the Proto Avian Whelpling. There's 5 breeds. I only had the PP, and so that's the one I started playing with, and it's doing well enough. Not bad. I choose to go with PP birds sometimes. I think probably overall my favorite breed of bird is HP. That H allows it to keep its racial a little longer, and then the P, of course, gives it some power. But lots of people run PP birds. However, I do think because this is a speed-based pet, I should say the move set is based on going first. Might be better to have a PS. There has been one person who copied the proto-avian whelpling, so which is fine. I do that all the time. You see something working well, you like, hey, I want to use that pet too. Nothing wrong with that. But they did use a PS, and it looked pretty good. I've only faced it 2 times, I think, but I don't know. 6 to 1, half dozen to the other. I have the PP because that's all I had. I'll probably get a PS eventually. The movesets, Wind Burst, Wind Buffet, and Whirlwind Dance, all flying attacks. So they're going to be weak versus dragons. Nothing you can do about that. That's all you have to choose from if you want to use this pet. I don't like Slicing Wind. I never like those hit 1 to 3 time moves. They're just too unreliable. If they hit once, you're like, damn, that was not a waste of a turn, but could have gone a lot better. Breath, Bone Barrage, and Drain Blood for the Blood Brood Whelpling. Breath or Bone Bite, you can go either way with that. If you're afraid you're going to see more humanoids, go with the Bone Bite. But Breath, I chose for all the magic pets that I face. Bone Barrage, that's why he's here. And then the Drain Blood is actually quite a nice surprise. I've been doing very well against Sunny Day teams. I can't say it's a sure win. I mean, I've lost to them too, but sometimes you just go in to face a Sunny Day team, and you just realize there's no way you can take down their health faster than it heals, and it's kind of annoying. This can heal right along with them and do some damage as well. So that was a pleasant surprise with Drain Blood. So I would definitely go with Drain Blood and not Death Grip, because who wants Death Grip on a 260 speed pet? And then Obsidian Bite, Retrieve, Magma Trap. I've already talked about the Force Swap and the Trap. The first row, Obsidian Bite, you're going to take the real damage. Blazing Yip is, it only does like 207 damage and 25% damage reduction. So I went with the one that has the higher damage. It has a damage range, so it's one of those high-low hitters. But yeah, those are the movesets. Not a great diversity of attacks here. And I just wanted to talk about traps for a moment. Traps are extremely powerful. I mean, these are my teams from, the expansions when I played a lot. I basically haven't played much for, I think the past 3 expansions, but you have Curiously Powerful from MOP. That was one of my go-to teams. It has a lot more wins than that. It just Rematch didn't exist back then. And then since Rematch, my winningest team by the number of wins, Own Grinders, used a trap. What can I say? Look at these records. Traps are really good. So the thing is, they just win battles for you. You think you're going to lose, and then the trap goes off and you win. They'll save you. But they will also not save you, because you'll throw them down and it'll just go off at the worst time. It'll go off during a pet's undead round after it already attacked, so you won't get the stun on the next turn. It'll go off against the critter. It'll go off when the opponent's dodging. It's just, they're RNG. But based on my experience, the benefits are outweighed by the RNG. So I think that's what Blizz was thinking when they made this move, because it does a lot. It interrupts. So, the trap goes off. It interrupts their move. It stuns them for the next move, and it does damage. Stuns them for the next round, excuse me. So, they're really powerful. But they're RNG, so it's really funny. I didn't record the video. I wasn't recording, but I was just losing to an idol. I don't remember if it was a full-on Sandstorm team or not. I had like 200 health with the Blaze Hound. The idol had 700. Came in. I'm like, okay, well, might as well throw down a trap. Might as well get lucky. Trap goes off. I hit him that time. I hit him the next round when he was stunned. I hit him after that because I go first. Yeah, they're pretty amazing when they go off at the right time. So, but they will also not save you, as you will see. So, as I've alluded to, this team is designed to disrupt flow. Got 2 force swaps and 2 stuns. I usually just start with the Proto Avian Fledgling, and I don't try to be fancy with it. Sometimes I'll bring it out, but usually it's slow by that point, and it's only got 264 base speed. I just usually keep it in and don't waste damage on a swap unless I know that the other team has a bunch of pets that are less than 264 speed and they don't have any backline damage to kill it in the back. But that doesn't usually happen nowadays. It's a pretty fast meta right now. Yeah, so weaknesses. There's a lot of weaknesses with this team. Like I was talking about on the team creation page, I didn't do a lot with coverage for this team. Critter teams are pretty bad because, well, the Blaze Hound, 2 of his attacks do weak damage to critters, and then he's got that retrieve that does strong damage to critters, but it's not much damage. But worse than that is they're not going to get stunned. This team is all about stunning the other team, gaining some turns, gaining some tempo through that, and you can't stun critters. So critters give me a lot of trouble. Even just one critter on a team, especially if it's fast, will give me trouble. Dragonkin teams, not as bad as critters, but the Proto-Avian Fledgling, you want to start off. It's got all flying attacks, which is weak against dragons. So I would probably say I don't have as much trouble with Dragonkin teams as critter teams, but they can still give you a little bit of problems. A lot of times dragons are slow. People bring their slow dragons in. Faster flyers are rough. Because with the flyer, you're all about starting with the Proto-Avian Fledgling, gaining some tempo, but with your swaps and throwing that stun down, and then somebody else has a faster flyer than you, especially with a force swap itself. They're just going to swap you right out, so you have to be clever about which pet is going to come in. Have to think about it really closely. But a lot of times faster flyers are darkness flyers, and Blazehound is actually it's not a dirty trick. It's such a smart trick. I almost said dirty trick. It's hella smart. The Blazehound, because he's an elemental, is not affected by the darkness of the weather. So you can put Blazehound in against a darkness flyer, and of course they're going to hit with the darkness, but then you swap in Blazehound and they have a 50-50 chance. All of a sudden their 100% chance goes to 50-50 and they miss quite a bit. But again, faster flyers are a problem. Not as much of a problem, but it comes up sometimes, is immunity, because there's 2 stuns. You can, if you throw a whirlwind down while the trap is up, it's possible that the whirlwind stuns and then the trap is going to go off later when they're immune. Or if you throw a whirlwind down right after they right after the trap goes down, it's not going to stun them. But the interesting thing about Whirlwind Dance is that if it misses, it doesn't go away. It's going to be there for 3 turns. So I have chain stunned on this team, and I thought about it, and I thought I knew what I was going to say, but I forgot now. How did that work? Let me think of that. I think that the trap went off first, and then while they were still recovering from the trap, the immunity didn't kick in yet, and then they got hit with the Whirlwind Dance. So I think they were stunned for like 3 turns in a row. It seemed kind of shady. It wasn't something that I was trying to abuse, but I think it definitely happened once. They definitely got chain stunned, and I think that was the context. I'm not 100% at this point. But immunity can be a problem. Really big problem. No avoidance. So they throw that end of turn nuke up. You can't do anything about it. You just got to decide which pet it's going to hit. So it's not. It's annoying. I usually don't have teams that I consider competitive without any avoidance, but this team doesn't have any. And then like I was already talking about the proto avian fledgling, there's not a good diversity of attacks. Only has flying damage, hurts against dragonkin. The blaze hound only has two different types of damage, particularly weak to critters, as mentioned. And then the blood brood whelpling has strong versus magic, strong versus humans. So that's only 5 different families if you include the retrieve, that it's strong against. The drain blood is a percent based attack, so that actually doesn't matter. But it doesn't have a good diversity of attacks. So a lot of weaknesses on this team, a lot of weaknesses. The highlights, as I mentioned before, can take down Sunny Day teams. Not guaranteed by any means, but I've been surprised. I'm like, oh god, Sunny Day. And then you just disrupt them with the first 2 pets enough, and then the blood brood whelpling comes in and can finish off the rest while healing itself. So not 100%, but it works pretty well. It's good against Anomalous and okay against Anamigo, which I have named the Anomalous Indigo combo. That's what I refer to it as. I see it all the time. It's probably the toughest thing to beat in my meta. Tougher than Darkness, maybe tougher than Sandstorm. Sandstorm's just annoying, but I face it a lot. It's okay against it, and you'll see that in the upcoming videos. It's good against Decoy, as mentioned, can take down decoys. So it's got a few highlights. Other ideas that I had, I think that, well, first of all, let me say, I started off 18-0 with this team. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to stick with this team now. I said it has over 100 wins now. I think it's 105, 106. That screenshot was taken in the past. But yeah, you can see the other teams I've experimented with. I think probably the best team is that Proto Noob Model L with the Bone Serpent, because Bone Serpent was one of the best decoy pets right now. I also tried Clockum just because I wanted some speed to be able to clean up Indigo at the end. It hasn't worked well because Clockum, has a overtune, and then, well, it looks 9 and 2, right? I guess what's my definition of well? It's only 9 and 2. It doesn't work well. I think I've played it a few more times since then, and it's just Clockum is kind of as a sweeper pet. It's difficult. You have the overtune and then the dodge, which seems nice, but he just doesn't really do that much damage. But it is good against dragons. I think that's why I included that. But yeah, I think Bone Serpent is probably going to be the best team, but the best third pet for them if I ever go there. Like I said, I already got like over 100 wins. I don't know how much I really want to play the Proto Avian Fledgling. Versus the meta, Darkness, not great. It can work really. It says needs some RNG help. I guess that's this team's life story. Like when are those traps gonna go off? When is the whirlwind dance gonna hit? Pretty RNG for somebody like me who has complained a lot in the past about RNG. So, and I've complained a lot about traps, but apparently I'm a huge hypocrite because you saw how many times I have used a trap. They are powerful. Call Darkness can really hurt. Team with no avoidance or no magic pets. I still win against the Darkness. I just disrupt them enough in the beginning with the Proto-Avian Fledgling. Like I said, fast-flying Darkness pets are going to be a problem. Sandstorm, not great. Again, call Sandstorm. I can't block it in any ways. I don't really have a pet that's great in a Sandstorm. The Bone Barrage will do a little bit of damage to humanoids. I do win against Sandstorm sometimes, but I always feel like I'm up against it. By the way, these are my Darkness and Sandstorm teams. I don't think people run the Dire Horn Rent usually, but that's my favorite Sandstorm team, and that's my current Darkness team right there. Anamigo, it is really good at disrupting Anomalous, and his tempo, really hard time finishing Indigo at the end of the battle though, because Indigo's so fast. There's really nothing that can that's good against taking him down. The Proto Avian Fledgling is usually dead by the time I face Indigo, and so it's pretty tough to beat that team. I have a couple of those videos coming up, and so here let me back up real quick. Why is this team doing so well? If versus the meta, you have like Darkness, Sandstorm, Anamigo, it's like, oh, it's kind of okay against these pets. Well, against everything else, it seems to do really well. I mean, just in general, with all those, with the swaps and the traps, it just throws not one, but two or three or four monkey wrenches into people's plans. You go into pet battles, you have a plan, you have your synergy, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, this pet got swapped out, this pet got swapped out, this pet's now stunned. It really, really messes with the other person's game plan and tempo. So that's why it does well. And it can beat all three of these teams. It's just not super strong against them. Okay. So let me now, that's the intro. Let me go into some battles. I got 8 battles to do. 8 battles to voice over now, so I better prepare to do that. So, yeah, these are I'm going to face an Indigo team, just a regular team, a Sunny Day team. I don't know what a regular team means. I think it's just a collection of assorted pets. I'm going to face a critter, a fast critter, which I've been talking about, then an anomalous MPD combo, a sort of Sandstorm team, then a triple flyer team, and then one of the teams that beat me, I'll get some revenge on it. Well, spoiler. Damn, I'm giving spoilers here. But yeah, so let's get into that right now. First battle, it is versus an Amigo. So I start with the Proto-Avian Fledgling, as usual. Now, getting a little silly with the head games here. It's probably the best idea just to swap Anomalous out in the beginning. I do go against a player who plays funny games. I start with Indigo, and then sometimes they run away if they don't win the head games. But in general, it's probably a good idea to start with a force swap. But things are going pretty well for me here. I've already swapped Anomalous out. Indigo got stunned. Wow, Anomalous only got the toxic gas off. I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I talked about keeping the Proto-Avian Fledgling in, and I tend to do that a little bit too much. Watching this battle, I probably should have taken it out. It still had its flying racial, and there's no backline damage, so I can bring it in against Indigo later, and then at least get one Whirlwind Dance off. But I didn't. I let it die, and so still feeling pretty good. Gonna get a trap down here. Oh, I guess not. I thought I was gonna get a trap down, but I didn't want to because the Whirlwind Dance is still up, I guess. So get that guy out of there. Hope for a stun. Wow, a stun. Things are going amazingly for me here. I don't think I've made the 100% best choices, but it looks like things are going well. Throw down the trap. The trap is down. How well am I going to do against this Bone Serpent here? Amazing, right? Bone Serpent, 39 health. It looks like it's all going well for me. And you could probably tell in my voice that it maybe might not work out that well. Uh, so he's still got his darkness. He's going to darkness right now. Where do I want to take it with? I think actually the Bloodbrood Whelpling is going to do better against Anomalous the than the Blazehound. So I kept the Blazehound in. And then this crit, I'm not saying it's the reason I lost. It really hurt because now Indigo doesn't have to think about whether they're going to burn one of their dodges or the kick right now. They can just kill me outright. And now they have all of their, all of their trickery up. So Indigo versus Bloodbrood. As you can tell, I have a hard time saying Bloodbrood. Bloodbrood Whelpling head to head. And you can probably figure out what's going to happen. Look at what a boss sweeper this is. That's 2 turns I haven't been able to hit it. Now, when I play with Indigo and Darkness, I'm always afraid of missing a kick. They did not miss a kick. So now I can hit them. I hit all 3 bone barrages. And I was smart, waited till the darkness is over, but still only heal 390 because it's such a low health pet. And at this point, the writing's on the wall. I have no darkness to help them with their misses. They're going to get 3 attacks off in a row without me being able to do anything. Oh, excuse me, 2 attacks off in a row without me being able to do anything. They got their beast racial up, and it's not looking good. I don't know why I hovered over the pass there for a moment. I was just like, I'm going to lose this. And I'm recording. But, losses happen. I think I'm like at 73% right now. We'll see when I do we'll see later. But, 30 damage. So I almost at least forced the draw there. But, not sure I did the best job of with some choices there. I think in general you want to just send Anomalous out right away. And if they bring Indigo in, then at least you do some damage against Indigo. As you can see, it's pretty hard to do damage against Indigo. So you probably just want to use your swap in the beginning. I tried to get tricky with it, but I had great. I mean the Whirlwind Dance went off at good times. The trap went off at a decent time, not the best time. It would have been best if it just undid or it stunned them for the undead racial, but it wasn't a horrible time for it to go off. I think that crit really hurt me in the end. But overall, against a team like that's one of the top teams in the meta, you have to not play perfectly, but perhaps play better than I did. But the reason I included that video is just to showcase the point. Yeah, it can do good in the beginning, but against Indigo, it's going to have a hard time finishing it off. And once again, I know I already said this, but I should probably think more about pulling the Proto-Avian Whelpling out when it still has its flying racial and there's no backline damage, because that's probably the biggest mistake I made there. So a lot of times I'll just keep it in until it dies. I'm like, I'm going to do a lot of damage with this guy, but would have been a better choice. All right, let's look at the next battle. As I said before, now I'm fighting what I call the regular team. It's like not really a Sandstorm team, but it's got Rag, Iron Starlet, which used to be a pretty good pet. So I decided to get Rag out before he can get his trap down, assuming he has a trap at this point. And then that goes off. Hey, congratulations, it's a stun. You're stunned now. Iron Starlet's always a bit scary. And then... oh no, trap! Traps are OP. How can anybody use that crap with good... oh, wait a second. Wait. Oh, there it goes off on the first turn. And I'm like, damn it. The trapper gets trapped. So this time I was smart enough to take out the Proto-Avian Fledgling. Bring in Blazehound. Nice thing about traps is you can put them down when they're dodging, when they're underground, when they put up the reflection. I'm sorry, deflection. Oh my god, I'm getting the words mixed up. Deflection. Reflection is a story in itself. I took a chance here. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hit high, knock Rag out. That way I don't have to take any damage. It's kind of a dumb choice because I lost. It would have been a great choice if I would have killed him. I'm like, I'm so clever, but I didn't kill him, so I had to take a bunch of damage. Idle. It's always scary when the idle comes in because you don't know when they're going to use their deflection, and they use it there. So I choose to sacrifice the proto-avian fledgling here. Goodbye. Thank you for your service. Take the big hit. And now, you think that your barrage moves aren't going to work well in a sandstorm, but it's doing 134 damage a pop. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm not going to hit. And not going to hit the later turns, but the trap goes off. I hit him again. Things are looking pretty well. Not great, but this guy's scary. Because especially if he doesn't use his overtune, or what does that call? Overtune right now, if he charges it first, that's always scary. But he goes out, and then I was feeling like I was doing all right, and now I lose a head game again. I think he's going to use his deflection, but he doesn't, and so I die. So that really turned the battle right there, and now I have my Blood Brood Whelpling, and I'm losing all the head games versus the idol here. So they're really, I'm going to say outthinking me, but they're outguessing me. I guess they're outthinking me. If I do the head game right, then I'm outthinking them. If they do it right, then if they win the head game, they're outguessing me. That's just how it goes, man. Come on. All right, so they charge up here, and now I'm not feeling so good about this because I'm thinking, well, if they charge up their overtune, and they might be able to one-shot me, but traps will save you, and it saved me there. So saved by the trap. Not saying I would have lost because I don't know what they were going to do, but it definitely made it an easy and comfortable win at the end. Next up is a Sunny Day team. I don't know, maybe you want to take a break and go do something else for a while. It's not that long, but it's Fosling, Singing Sunflower, and the Blossoming Ancient. So let's start this one. They start with their Fosling. And I'm going to start with presumably my Proto-Avian Fledgling. I think I called it Proto-Avian Whelpling on the last battle, or 2 battles ago or something. I don't think Fosling gets a heal off in this game. I think this is the one. I didn't watch it before. The other 2 I watched before I did the voiceover. That's how boring Sunny Day is to me. I can't even watch it for the purposes of making this video, so I'm just freestyling it here. All right, looking good. Stun. Doesn't get a heal off. Now, I gotta say, Singing Sunflower, when used effectively, has been one of my Sunny Day losses. The person figured out that the Blood Brood Whelpling is just gonna match their healing, so they brought their Blossoming Ancient or Brute in, and then let the Sunny Day die out. Therefore, my Blood Brood Whelpling couldn't heal as effectively, and then they kept their Sunflower on the back line until I had low enough health, and they used Sunny Day, and then they used the big nuke. I can't remember what it's called, but the Singing Sunflower has it. The Solar Rays or something like that. I should know, but I don't. Yeah, that's how they beat me once. But I believe that this Sunflower has the other move, the Lash move, which is why I called this team. I was like, why did I call this Bad Sunlight when I recorded the video? That's why, because I don't know why you would take a Lash on your singing Sunflower, but they did. So I guess it's not, completely representative of a Sunlight team, because there could be better ones. But as you can see, it doesn't look like it's going too well for me right here, right? I mean, I have disrupted their healing a little bit, but, well, a crit always helps. They only hit me once there, so I'm getting some RNG help here. Gotta acknowledge it when it happens. Oh, Fosling, are you here to heal? Are you gonna heal, Fosling? Oh, you're not. Okay. So the Fosling's almost gone, but if you look at the health of my two backline pets, I'm starting to get a little bit worried here. But the thing that I have going for me is they swap a lot, which it's allowing my Whirlwind Dance and my Wind Buffet to refresh. So there's the immunity. And see, even though it says immune, the Whirlwind Dance still stays up. So now I'm faster than them all. Was it a good call not to hit the swap right there? Blossoming Ancient still has a lot of health. Now he's out. So they got two pets on the back line that aren't healing, and that's not what you want when you're playing a Sunny Day team. Again, the Lash. I don't know about that. I don't know about using Lash here. Okay, so I'm down to my last pet. They still have all three of their pets. But 960. That's a lot of healing. I get a lot of memes from my students. They just say it a lot, and so I don't even know the source. I was like, that's a lot of damage. I don't even know where that's from. I just say it all the time because my students used to say it all the time. And so now, let's see. I think there's still a couple minutes left of this battle. So now it just becomes attrition, Can I out-heal their damage? And pretty sure I can. So I know I've said it already, but this is in no way a guaranteed win against a Sunny Day team. I already had some RNG go my way, and they don't have that big nuke on the Sunflower. Maybe they didn't play it the best, but it can win, is I guess my point. Because some teams you just go against even a team like this that doesn't have the best moveset, and you're just not going to win. I mean, you just can't take them down as fast as they heal. Okay, I'm bored. How about you? Hey, guess what? I'm at full health now. That's cool. And now it becomes just a one-on-one. Well, I'm sorry, not yet. But I am faster than Fosling, and Fosling hardly has any health yet. So I guess the reason I chose this video is to show you can disrupt them enough to where they don't get all their heals off. Yeah, I guess that's the point. I kind of trailed off there. And what else? No, that's it. They don't get all their heals off, and you can take advantage of the Sunny Day with the Blood Brood Whelpling. And here is Fosling. I'm gonna make sure I take him out there, because all three of your bones could miss. And at this point, I'm not sure if they run away or if they finish it off, but pretty clear who's going to win here. Hey, I guess they stayed to land. And that is, as I pointed out, one of the highlights of this team is when it's not designed to dismantle a Sunny Day team like a Jade Mist Dancer is, but it can get the job done. So there we have it. Let's see what's coming up next. So here we have a battle against a critter team. Well, not a full-on critter team, but it's got that Shimmerborough Hoarder. God, I have a hard time remembering the names of pets lately. Start off with Anomalous. Yeah, Shimmerborough Hoarder. Of course, get Anomalous out. And you know, I watched this video a couple times just now trying to figure something out, and I still can't figure it out. So what I can't figure out is, in a couple turns, why I made a certain choice that I did. So let's see. So first of all, oh no, this turn right here. Why do I bring in the Bloodbrood Whelpling? I'm afraid that Blazehound is not going to do well enough against the critter. But when I do this, it ends up being a big mistake because that player gets rid of their critter. And now I have to deal with Anomalous, and Anomalous just goes, you know, hog wild doing the Anomalous thing, and that pretty much determines the battle right there. So, you know, stopping Anomalous is your main priority. I should have seen that they were going to bring Anomalous back in. That makes the most sense. It's probably what I was going to do, what I would have done, but I ended up making a bad call there. So now I can't really swap my Bloodbrood Whelpling out because of all the DOTs. And now this guy's got the blind and the interrupt, so I'm pretty much screwed. Like, I can't get my heal off, and I just wasted one of the best things about my Bloodbrood Whelpling. So that's what it really comes down to. There's some more action going on here, but I really hurt myself by that swap right there. Yeah, by that swap, I should have brought the Proto-Avian Fledgling back in. The Bloodbrood, in retrospect, was a very bad choice. And this is a Wind Trader, too. Oh, I do not like losing to these people. It's like, really? I just don't understand. It's like, why do you just want an achievement for the sake of achievement if you didn't achieve anything? That's just me. Sorry, I sound like an old man, I know. But anyways, I still think it's not going too poorly here. I get a stun, and then there's another big decision I have to make coming up. And I think I got it right. Let's see. This crit, wow, helps me there. And so now, do I swap him out? I know he's got Ghostly Bite. Why wouldn't he have Ghostly Bite? I think I faced this team and he doesn't have Ghostly Bite. I think that other hit hits you when you're blinded. That other move hits you with you're blinded. But now, look, I have 1,085 and he's only got 410. So even with my deficiencies against critters, I should be able to take him out. Well, I get interrupted there, and then yep, I missed there. Wow, now I have 671, and then that crit sealed the deal. I still think he probably would have won they would probably would have won without that crit, just because they would have got another attack off. So, you know, I said it's weak versus critters, and it was pretty weak versus critters. But I think that swap was the main problem. I think that's the biggest mistake I made. So, not sure what I should have done. I could have either anticipated what they were going to do, or I could have just brought the Proto-Avian Whelpling back in, tried to get another stun off. But see, in the back of my mind, it was like, well, that's the best thing the Proto-Avian Whelpling, I keep saying Proto-Avian Whelpling, excuse me, Proto-Avian Fledgling has going for it. And then it's going to be nullified by the critter, so I guess that was in the back of my mind. So knowing its weakness against critters actually hurt me just as much as its weakness against critters. This is one of those battles where everything just works out the way that it's supposed to work out. So I start off, it's anomalous. Get rid of anomalous, of course. MPD comes in. I throw the whirlwind down, and I don't know if I knew this before or after this battle, but at some point I learned that, hey, guess what? Whirlwind Dance actually takes down charges of the decoy. So there you go. There's one charge down, second charge down, so it can stun anomalous. Hey, everything's working out nicely. Do some damage. Anomalous gets one attack off. And that's really what you want. You want anomalous to only get one attack off if you can. So the Blight Breath, oh my god, I don't remember. Yeah, Blight Breath, right? Blight Breath comes in, and I was thinking, do I want to swap him out or not? I'm like, nah. I'm just gonna do as much damage. Hopefully, try to get a stun here. Crits my elemental in the back line, and there you go. Another stun. Hit low on the damage, but at this point I'm not complaining. Hit low again, but it's all doing well. It's all going fine. Don't really want to swap him out yet because the force swap only does 173. I want her to lose his undead move. So there we go. Get out. Awkward delay there. And now I think that was a poor choice by Zap Brannigan to not throw down the trap there, because it would have prevented me from throwing down the whirlwind dance. Miss. Now they throw down the decoy. Did I say trap earlier? I meant to say decoy. And they get stunned. So easy victory. The stun's going off a lot. Always love to see anomalous and MPD go down. MPD is one of those few pets that I just can't use still. I'm so emotionally against it. It's left its scars, I guess. And I was thinking about that earlier. The crawdad too, because as I use anomalous now, I use idle sometimes, but I use sandstorm and darkness. I still just can't get myself to use the MPD or the crawdad for that matter. But anyways, there's a nice win, nice and easy win for the good guys, me. All right, so we have an MPD, a sandstorm pet, and an undead that does flying damage. So I start off well with a crit there, and then the whirlwind takes down one of the charges. I take down the other charge of the decoy, and we got a stun already. So started off pretty well for me. RNG, I think, is going to continue to be my friend throughout this battle. But if you look at the Proto-Avian Whelpling right now, it's done about half of this, taken off about half of this pet's health, maybe a third of the MPD's health, and it's still going. It's still got its flying racial. There you go. Look at that. Now, will it survive this flying damage? That's a pretty big hit. No stun there. Now it's finally slow. I was a little bit surprised at this next move here, because this player, they've beaten me before with this team, and they bring in a slower pet than the Proto-Avian fledgling. So yeah, I'm not gonna let you stay in there and get your heals off, or worse yet, use a sandstorm. So I did choose to bring the Blood Brood Whelpling in, and I was right. I made the right call. So I think at this point I had beaten this player enough with this team to where might have been in their head a little bit. So I know that happens to me sometimes. I'm like, oh, this team again. And maybe I just take a, let's get this over with attitude. I know that sounds bad, but maybe not. So they still didn't use their sandstorm. At this point, I'm like, you know what? Go ahead and heal on the back line. I'd rather have you heal on the back line than hit me with the sandstorm. Their decoy is not up yet. And now finally the MPD is almost dead. This guy's got not a lot of damage, but finally they can get off a sandstorm. Or can they? Oh. No sandstorm for you. Unfortunately, my retrieve was not ready yet, so yeah, you're down to 747 health. The other two pets are almost gone, and you finally get a sandstorm off. Now, I think that was a mistake there. Here, I'm kind of rushing. I should have swapped them out so that they don't get to start their heals. I think that was a mistake on my part. Maybe I was afraid of the decoy. Maybe I was thinking I'd rather get a trap down than have to deal with the decoy. Let's see. So decoy's probably coming anyways. I think at this point I'm hoping like, no, please. This is where the trap can screw you, where it can go off and take out the decoy, but then it gets blocked. But turns out it didn't matter. RNG was on my side. As I said, RNG was pretty nice to me this game. I'm actually hoping the trap doesn't go off right there, so it can go off against the I don't even know what pet that is. Trembler? Maybe. I probably, before starting this, I probably should have looked at all the pet names, because sometimes I just don't remember. I'm at this point in my return to World of Warcraft pet battling, and that pretty much sealed the deal right there. It might have been a war of attrition. Who knows if I would have won or lost, but the trap saved me. I don't want to say as usual, but as often it does. So yeah, this is, I think you're by now getting a pretty good idea of what this team is all about. So here's one of those troublesome combos, troublesome teams I was talking about, a triple flyer. So I tried to do something different to start with my Blood Brood Whelpling. The plan was, hopefully if I can knock some of them down below their flying ratio, I can bring the Proto-Avian Whelpling in. Turned out to be a good plan. Let's see what happens. So we got this hatchling of Chi-Ji here. I'm at full health thanks to my heal. It's almost at full health. Having a war of attrition here, but oh, crit. A little bit scary here. 158, 158, 158. It hits all three, but I still survive and I still get heal off. And then, as planned, I'm bringing in my Proto-Avian Fledgling. At this point, I don't know how many times I'm saying whelpling. I'll figure it out when I watch the video. That's nice. He's gone. That pet's gone. And the Whirlwind Dance is up. So here's a Shore Butterfly. I don't usually face these, so I'm not sure what to expect. And it's a Sandstorm. Guess what? It hit through the Sandstorm. Now I can do some damage there. God. Cocoon used to be such an annoying move back in the day when there was way less tools to deal with it. I think moths. I just hated them like I hate certain other pets nowadays. But okay, so I got a little lucky with one RNG there, one miss, and then the next time I wasn't so lucky. But now there's only one pet that's left that has its flying racial. I'm hoping that the trap didn't go off there, and it didn't go off. So I'm not out of the woods yet, but I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. And then that happens, so now I'm feeling really good. Gonna get rid of his flying racial as well. And now I'm the fastest. Blazehound is the fastest. Thinking about swapping there. Don't know what to expect. Could have hurt worse if I wasn't an elemental. Don't destroy him here. But this is funny because, wow, guess what? Traps will go down even when there's a cocoon up. But unfortunately, oops. Sometimes traps will not save you. But I didn't need saving this time, so that's good. And then the next slow guy is coming in with 230 health. I think I could have possibly missed it or hit low. Actually, I don't know. I'm just watching the video myself here, so I can't hover over it. Yep, triple flyers is not 100% loss by any means. You just have to play around it. And that's indeed what I did there. So I was in a rush to record this one because I didn't have the recording set up and I didn't get time to choose my pets, or I chose the wrong pet or something, so Blazehound came out. It wasn't intentional, but it turns out it worked out okay. I mean, this is a little sketchy right here. Maybe the trap goes off during Indigo's dodge, but it didn't. And then, wow, having that trap down and then the proto-avian fledgling doing its thing was actually pretty powerful. So I, by accident, learned how to do something new. So look, the stun from the whirlwind dance hit, and the trap still is up. So Anomalous got nothing off. Anomalous got no attacks off, which is better than Anomalous getting one attack off. And so I still didn't learn from my mistake earlier, where I should just pull the proto-avian fledgling out. But it worked out okay because the trap went off. And then I'm not sure if that was the best move. I think I was a little bit hasty here in a lot of what I was doing. I think I was like, yeah, I got this team. But why am I using that attack? I mean, I assumed I was just going to get hit twice, but I probably should have been using the whirlwind dance. So I guess I was getting a little excited. I'm like, yeah, screw this team. But still not out of the woods yet. We saw what Indigo can do if you're one-on-one against him at the end of the battle. But the trap gods favored me this time. So I hit him here, and then I actually got the head game wrong. I thought they were going to dodge, and so I tried to use it as an opportunity to swap. I guessed wrong. Oops. So I didn't even play this that well. So I'm laughing at myself. I'm seeing I can hear myself when I was doing this real time, and let me assure you that cuss words were used, but there you go. That dude's dead. Unless a darkness miss gets me here, I should be fine. And the darkness didn't even go down. So there is some redemption. Probably shouldn't have rushed so fast. And to be fair about me not pulling the Proto-Avian fledgling out, I just kind of had that realization when I was doing the voiceover for the video. I shot this before, or I did this battle before I had that realization. So that's how this team can get better moving forward. I can just do a better job of pulling it out. But there's my redemption against that team. It's a great team. It's hard to beat. So there you go. So there are the pre-recorded battles. Now I was gonna jump in the queue and just get some random battles as I like my old video style, but I had tried it already and I didn't hit record. I was so bummed because I had some really nice battles. I don't know that I recorded this whole thing. I think I did a couple warm-ups and then started recording. But it started off against some, not the greatest teams, but then there's some anomalous idols, Rag with Trap, Arphis. I mean, actually had a pretty good day in the queue. And I went to hit stop record. It wasn't recording. But that was my first attempt at in the queue. Let me try it again right now. All right, I had to wait a long time for the queue to pop, so that is highly unusual as of late. I think that sigh tells you how I feel about this. Even if I win, it's just not fun. It's just icky. It's just icky. Who's got lower health here? Well, they have the same. So that guy's gonna come in first. I'm just not excited about doing this right now. Ooh, maybe if I added a different view. Ooh. I actually did that in some of the behind a rock. That's not good. In the footage for one of the videos that I have coming up. I can't do it right now. I'm messing around with different camera angles. Well, this isn't going horribly. Only one of them's got healing up, and that Fosling is actually down to 715. Alright, now two of them have healing up. If he brings that Fosling in, and I have 2 high hits, I could potentially take it out. Oh, not that Fosling. Alrighty. I was hoping to get lucky there with a high hit. But this could happen. I don't know how. None of those backliners have health. I mean, have their healing going on. That's so interesting. Okay, so this guy's faster than me. What's he gonna do first? Here, let me just put this down. It does 433 damage. So even if it can't stun him this turn because of the immunity, that's still very good damage. Yeah, they can take many more. So this guy's faster. The Blossoming Ancient is faster, but that slower Fosling is not. It's kind of an awesome sentence. The one that's slower is not faster. It's all up here, man. I mean, it doesn't look horrible at this point. I mean, if I could knock out one of these pets before I come in with the whelpling, which I might have to do soon. Because, I mean, it's no good to anybody if it's dead on the back line. Oh, here's this dude again. Awesome. I feel like I should just nail him with this. Oh, 291. Yeah, of course I should. Thought that might happen, so now you do not have healing up either. But I really need to get these guys in soon. Oh, I didn't want that to happen early. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to quit messing around with this. I'm going to bring the Blaze Hound in. Alright, that's fine. His sunlight isn't up yet. Still no healing for that dude. Okay. Okay, I was worried a little bit that I may have left it too late, but I will be able to get off a heal here. 892. And now, here's the long road. Oh, that was nice. I could use some more of those. Actually, I need him to leave because he's doing a lot of damage to me. Now is where a trap would be fabulous. Remember, traps will save you. Or not, or they won't save you. Well, I still can get off his heal. Oh, yes, yes. I'm not out of the woods yet, but that was pretty cool. Me one-on-one against Fosling. Sunny Day is going to stay up. I don't see that Blossoming Ancient survive. Because when, I mean, all my attacks, all my moves do damage. So if he swaps in, I'm just going to damage him, and then hopefully it's enough to take him down. Come on. Come on. 1, 2. Okay, you're gone. You just have to count out the barrages, and then it's fine. So now we're gonna see what happens. Can I take out a faster Fosling or not? This only does 230 something damage, 240 maybe, but I need it. 238. Oh yeah, we don't need a round because it's a I know math. I think I'm good, man. Oh. Come on, let's hit 3 of these. What's the deal with all come on. So close, so close. Okay, this will do the trick. Yay. Can I just count that as like the whole day in the queue? I mean, What? I'm done with this. I am done trying to do um trying to do in the queue. The first time it didn't record. The second time I ran out of space on my disk. I didn't mention that. And so I had to clean up the disk. And now this is the third time. It's just not meant to be. So, with that, that was my one day in the queue, or my one game of in the queue. I need to be done with this project now, and I think that I am going to call the video done. Don't ask me what happened. Um, Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, it's a very long video. Uh, I already have all the footage for my next video made. I don't think I'll make it before I go to Japan. Um, I may have a chance tomorrow, but wow, that's 9 videos that I have to talk over. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching.